Well, good. Welcome. From HS for Hawk, exam style question. Of course, the work is compiled and put together by none other than Mr. Sherlock. So stay put for this episode right here with me because we're going to look at what are the exam style questions and the examiner's expectations from you students and how you're supposed to respond to any of those exam style questions. And of course, it's going to be one exam style question in this specific video. So watch out for some of the aspects and some of the expectations from the examiners on how you're supposed to respond to a specific question that requires you to respond on the use of language and structure. So straight away to the exam style question, and students, good students, I would prefer that you pause within the lines and within along the video so that you can maybe have time with a statement or a phrase that you feel like you need to pause and think about. Now, this is an example of an exam style question. How, to be specific from this particular text, how does the writer use language and structure to interest and engage the reader? How does the writer use language and structure to interest and engage the reader? You should support your answer with close reference to the extract, including brief quotations. Here is our sample response. The writer introduces the text with the use of pronoun we. It was there in the very beginning, at the start, to show togetherness, but personal pronoun I to show the writer's personal feelings and involvement with each of the birds. The use of onomatopoeia, which is a language, is evident in the text, and I quote, thump, to create a sense of immediacy and anticipation. We also have another onomatopoeic aspect there, which is wearing chaotic clatter of wings, to give a sense of the noise and frenzy as the bird comes out of the box. Okay, good. Alliteration stroke sibilance of syrupy, it emphasizes how time is stretched out during the wait. The metaphor of a battle shows that the initial meeting will be a confrontation. Repetition of enemas, the word enemas is repeated several times in the text. It adds the impact to the size of the bird. Metaphor of great flood of sunlight drenches us, creates interest with the suggestion of positivity through the pathetic fallacy. Also a sense of the unusual, out of the ordinary, as drenges, which generally refers to soaking with water and not sunlight. Metaphors and contrasting descriptions of the first bird engage the reader. And we have conjuring trick, that's an evidence from the text. Another one is a broken marionette. Everything is brilliance and fairy. A fallen angel, a griffon from the pages of an illuminated bestiary. The simile like falling through water conveys a sense of speed, weightlessness, and something precious. The writer uses varied paragraphs changing the pace and tone to interest the reader though. The long third paragraph creates slow suspense as the hawk is revealed before ending with an almost emphatic account of what the hawk will now be able to say. The fourth paragraph consists of 4 short sentences which help to show the shock that it is the wrong bird. The description of the second hawk evokes fear and horror through such images as like a Victorian melodrama, a mad woman in the attack. There is the use of comparatives, and I quote, younger and smaller, highlighting key differences between the hawk. And another one is smokier and darker. The verb wailed gives the feelings of the second bird's despair and misery, and the harsh alliteration in the phrase great awful gouts or sounds and the usual association of gouts with blood enhances the feelings of horror. The semantic field of words of instability, blank, crazy, madness, connected to the second hawk shows the writer's panic, and the use of italics and the repetition. This is my hawk. This isn't my hawk. Those are the phrases where they have been italicized. They are used to emphasize the writer's feelings of disbelief and dread. So, therefore, a monstrous breach of etiquette reveals how far the writer is willing to break the rules of accepted behavior. The use of direct speech, ellipses, and rhetorical questions show her sense of urgency and anxiety. The final paragraph includes a description of the writer in the third person, showing how the man would have seen her and the readers as, rather, we are invited to pity the woman alongside the man. So good students, this marks the end of our session today, and not just for today, but again the end of our sessions as far to this video is concerned. And above all, make sure that each and every line there makes sense to you before you continue with any of the things that you do. And from me, it's an adios for now, and above all, I wish you all the very, very best in your endeavors as far to English language is concerned.